Alright, so I got an article here from Insider.com. House of the Dragon showrunners reimagined some characters as black because they didn't want it to be, quote, another bunch of white people on the screen. And of course, it's going to go how you expect. There's a really funny part right here in a second. But basically, the show premieres on August 21st. The co-creator Ryan Condal explained why the Valerian family is black in the TV adaptation. He said they wanted to find a way to put diversity in the show, and he didn't want it to be tokenism. Sounds like that's exactly what it is, you fool. What the hell are you talking about? But anyway, he had done an interview with Entertainment Weekly. He explained this reimagining he and Miguel Sapiknik made to the original books. It's very important for Miguel and I to create a show that was not another bunch of white people on the screen. We wanted to find a way to put diversity in the show, but we didn't want to do it in a way that felt like it was an afterthought or worse, tokenism. Which is exactly what this is. I mean, look, it's the kind of thing I've said before that if they approached this everything like this, I'd be okay. But you know damn well that if they took, if they had a show set in Africa, and there was a bunch of white people out in the group or whatever, or white characters or whatever, oh no, that people would be freaking out about it. I know Game of Thrones is set in Westeros is a imagined place, though it's largely based on Europe. But whatever. It's not even so much the fact that I don't want to see black people or anything like that. It's just the fact that this is exactly tokenism. Now that doesn't make it in and of itself bad. It's more the way that they approach it, as in, like I said, if you had a predominantly black cast, like their idea of what diversity these people is like Black Panther, when there was 2 white dudes in the entire film, and no white women, by the way. But anyway, that's their idea of a diverse cast, which is ridiculous. That's the exact opposite of a diverse cast. It's like the various TV shows they complain about, or movies they complain about through the years, that have a predominantly white cast. That's not diverse. That's not diversity either. But anyway, I'll link this in the description box if you want to happen to read it. It talks some about basically the House of Valerian features prominently in the political drama at the core of House of the Dragon, which tells the story of House Targaryen's fall from prominence after a civil war that left the family decimated about 200 years prior to Daenerys Targaryen's rise to power many generations later. And because it goes on, it talks a lot about this. Martin toyed early on with the idea of depicting the Valerians as black conquerors who came to Westeros from the west. The lack of diversity both on screen and behind the scenes of Game of Thrones has been a long discussed criticism of the fantasy show. No, it's not. A long discussed criticism from mainstream idiots and stuff who want to find things to bitch about. It's ridiculous. Where nearly all of the major families in Westeros, with the exception of the poorly developed characters from Dorne, were portrayed by white actors. The few regular non-white characters in the show were Missandei and Grey Worm, both of whom were enslaved in Essos before Daenerys freed them. The show faced criticism for not including more people of color who weren't narratively connected to slavery, and for having Daenerys take on the trope of a white savior as she gained power in Essos. There it is right there. The white savior, But anyway, now the whole thing about characters that aren't narratively connected to slavery. So these Valerians are they not going to own slaves in any way? Are they not going to have servants and stuff? Of course they will. But anyway, whatever. It goes on, and it kind of wraps it up. Nearly all the people of the show were also given the backstory of coming from the same place as Summer House, save for Missandei and Mouth. Then Missandei's death in season 8 led to a renewed conversation about the show's handling of black characters when she was murdered in chains. It's like a lot of the characters got shitty deaths. I mean like shitty in terms of maybe not so much like that's shitty that it happened, but just a lot of the characters got bad deaths in Game of Thrones. Like it happened and it poor way for them. I mean, anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, I'll link this in the description box. It ends up right here. They got a link to everything you want to know about the series if you care about it. We'll see. But thank you very much for watching and have a good one.